Zakatu-l-Fitr is something which should be given in food. It should not be given in money. There is no harm in giving money to a charity and instructing them to purchase food with it. But it's not acceptable for it to be given out in money. And it's not considered to be Zakatu-l-Fitr if it's given out in money. It's only considered to be Zakatu-l-Fitr if it's given in food. And the amount to be given is a sa'. And a sa' is a measure of volume, not a measure of weight. So where a lot of people go wrong in this is that they consider the sa' to be a measure of weight. It's not, it's a measure of volume. It's like a liter, like liters or milliliters. It's not a measure of weight. Because those things, those foods, the basic food types in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, the ones that were considered the staple foods, and Zakatu-l-Fitr should be paid from the staple food, the food people will benefit from. Like, what's the main food that people store and eat? The main sort of base ingredient, like, could be rice, it could be wheat, it could be dates. If that's a country where dates are the staple food that people have in the home, then you give it in one of these things. And a sa' is a measure of volume, and for the purpose of Zakatu-l-Fitr, the safest opinion is that it's 3 liters. However, some of the scholars said if you go with 3 kilograms, you'll be fine, because 3 kilograms, even though it's a measure of weight, will always be more than 3 liters in almost everything, in rice, in dates, in everything. 3 kilograms would be more than you could pack into the space of 3 liters, which is approximately what the sa' equates to. So if a person does it in kilograms, there's no harm in that. And if a person gives more, there's no harm in that. It can be a sadaqah. It can be a sadaqah for them, and the Zakatu-l-Fitr will be the obligatory amount. And if they give it to one poor person, there's no harm in that. And if they spread it out among the family, so one part of the family's Zakatu-l-Fitr goes to one poor person and one to another, then there is no harm in that either. And as we said, if people are struggling in this time to find people because of issues with not being able to get out of the house or not being able to meet up with people, then inshallah there is no harm in paying an organization, like Imam al-Nawawi mentioned, to give it to someone who distributes the Zakatu-l-Fitr. And likewise, included in that is paying an organization on the understanding and the niyyah that organization will purchase the food and distribute the food before the Eid prayer. Because if it's not before the Eid prayer, it is sadaqah min as-sadaqat. It's a type of sadaqah from the types of sadaqah.